Howdy guys, Dakota here with Kindle the Fire, and in today's short video we're going to be discussing my Minimalist Hunting Kit. Now this kit is designed to last about 3 days or so, not really to push it much farther than that. This is the kit that I'm going to be using in the backcountry this year when I go to hunt my deer. Obviously, besides the tools of the trade that I'll be using, I've got just a quiver with some accoutrements on it and a dry bag. Besides that, I've just got the items on me that you would have seen in my scout kit video. All of those items are in my pockets or on my person. If you're wondering where my neck pouch is, that's tucked up under my shirt so the white strings don't give me away. So hang on just a second guys, and I'll go ahead and I'll get all this laid out and we'll go ahead and talk about it in detail. So again guys, this is my Minimalist Hunting Kit. This is me taking as bare minimum as I'm comfortable with. As you can see on the bottom, I have my quiver and my arrows are wrapped up in wool so that way it keeps them quiet. The quiver itself is wrapped up with my wool blanket. There's a tarp in there and my tomahawk. And then I just have my dry bag that's got my food and medical supplies in it. And then obviously the tools of the trade that I'll be using this year, my recurve bow and usually 2 arrows. I like to have 2 arrows out so that way one is always strung and one's ready for a second shot if I miss the first one and I'm so lucky to be given a second shot. So let's go ahead and first start with the pack itself. As you can see, I have my tomahawk on the front side of it, but all the pack itself is really made up of is just my homemade back quiver. Now this quiver is really fun because you can have it as a back quiver or you can have it as what's called a creeping quiver or a stock quiver. This is where you wear it a little bit lower and you actually draw out your arrows head first and let them slide into your hand. But I'll do a different video on that another time. I just have this lashed together with kind of a Yukon type lashing. Now some people might ask, now why do I have my wool blanket on the outside of my tarp? A lot of people have it the opposite way where they have their tarp on the outside of the wool blanket to protect it from rain and getting burrs in it and everything. The reason that I have the wool blanket on the outside is so that way it'll actually keep my pack quieter as I'm stalking through brush. The tarp itself can be kind of loud if it's getting scratched up by small branches and leaves and things like that, but the wool blanket itself will actually kind of muffle the sound and it just looks better against the backdrop. You can kind of blend in a little bit better. My tarp's a bit more of a lime green. You also notice that my arrows are wrapped up in a bag as well. The arrows are in a waterproof bag already, and then I have some spare wool wrapped around it. It kind of blends it in better with the wool blanket. It's a close enough color and it'll help keep it quieter. There are some campers like not even maybe an eighth of a mile away from where I'm having to film today, and they are having a karaoke blast. So the second part of this is just a dry bag that I picked up months ago. It was pretty cheap. I don't know the literage on it though. I can't remember, and I don't think it says it anywhere. So in this dry bag, all I've got is cooking, food, some rope, medical, and a little bit of tinder. As I said before though, any other gear that I need besides the 2 of this, usually I'll have it on my person, like my compass, my binos, things like that. Forgot to mention, I also have a pair of dry wool socks wrapped up in the blanket as well. Reason for that is I like to have something else to change into at the evening time, and if I run a 2 sock system for 3 days, I should be all right. Not really a good reason necessarily for me to go ahead and open up the blanket and tarp. Y'all are on YouTube, y'all looking at bushcraft and woodcraft videos. You know what a wool blanket and a tarp look like, so there's no reason on that. So let's go ahead and open up the dry bag now. Alrighty, so what's in the dry bag's pretty simple guys. All it is I've got some thicker rope. This is for hoisting the dry bag and all this gear up at night. This dry bag is going to end up becoming my bear bag at night, so that way I don't have any critters trying to come into my camp. I will be carrying a firearm this season. For the first time in my hunting career, I will be carrying a firearm, just a sidearm, so that way I have some force protection if I need it. Sounds about like something's around me right now. That's cool. I've got my metal water bottle with a fish hook to hang with. Just a 2-liter folded up platypus bottle. 4 protein bars. Big old bag of macaroni noodles, cheese sauce, This is dehydrated milk, some dry cereal, and dates. Again, guys, this is only set up for 3 days, so I'm looking at breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, possible dinner, or just get back out. Each one of these bags can be split into thirds and give me that option. Probably a no fire breakfast for me, so just cereal and get out. For lunches, I've got the dates and the protein bars. I'm looking at calories. Dates have a lot of calories in them. I need energy on this hunt. And for dinner, since I'll be having a small Ranger fire, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just have mac and cheese, call it a night. Also got a spare pack of batteries. That's just for my headlamp, and then my cooking pot. This is just a stainless steel pot that I got at Walmart. This thing was $10, y'all. But all I did was add a bail to it, so that way I could hang it a little bit better. That was easy. That's another $2 at Home Depot. So, little cooking kit build if you guys like to on your own. And then I just have some tinder just stuffed in the bottom of this dry bag as it is right now. So this right here, besides the tools of the trade, is all I'm taking out this year on my hunting trip. And I hope that you guys will tune into my future videos and join me on that trip. I do plan to film this hunt as I go about it. I've never filmed a hunt before, so this is going to be a new endeavor for me. And so I'm learning new things every day by this process of making YouTube videos for you guys to view. So I'm going to be learning more as we go on and I try and film a hunt. All right, guys, so thank you very much for joining me in this video. Hopefully maybe it gave you some ideas of making your kit more of a minimalist kit on your next hunting trip. I hope that everybody enjoyed the video. Again, you can always feel free to give me a thumbs up, a like. You can even subscribe so that way when I put up new videos, you can get an update. Also, Kindle the Fire is going to be launching a blog soon. Now, the content on that blog is going to be different than the videos that you're seeing. So, even though there'll be links to both, I suggest you check out both if you want more fun content. All right, guys. Again, thank you. I'm out of here. Have a good one.